Hey everyone, so this is my recipe for sausage, egg, and pepper croissant braid. And bear with me, it's going to go pretty fast. So heat a skillet over medium-high heat, add some oil, and then you're going to want to add a 1/4 cup of red onion, chopped, as well as 1 cup of chopped bell peppers, a 1/4 cup of chopped mushrooms, and a 1/4 cup of chopped tomatoes. There they are. And then season to your liking. I use salt, garlic powder, and fresh cracked pepper. And then stir it up. And you want to saute them until they're tender and the onions are translucent. And then scrape them into a bowl. And I decided to save myself some hassle and put everything in one bowl. So you can do that. You can put it in individual bowls. It's really up to you. And then add some extra oil to the skillet and some breakfast sausage. Maple is my preferred choice, but you do you. And then you're going to want to cook it until it's browned and cooked all the way through. And now that that's done cooking, you're going to add the last of your oil to the skillet. Set that aside to make room for about a dozen eggs, which is going to come back to haunt me later. Add a splash of milk. I used whole. And then I season my eggs with about a 1/4 teaspoon of ground sage, a pinch of salt, garlic powder, fresh cracked pepper, and just whisk it. Whisk it, really? Is that what you're going with? Whisk it, please. Don't whisk it. I don't even know what that means. And then you're going to want to scramble them until they're about half set, but still kind of loose. And don't worry, they'll finish cooking inside the bread braid when you pop it in the oven. And now, using some editing magic, we have slightly overcooked eggs. But, life throws you curveballs. So, whether it be cats or children or, it's life. So, work with it. It'll still taste good. And then you're going to want to awkwardly measure your counter space. Oh, okay. I'm cool with that. Oh, that's what we needed. Yay, so line your baking sheet with parchment paper and the croissant dough will magically appear. I love it when that happens. And then slice off the excess because you can definitely use that later. And the excess dough is not because you didn't measure the pans correctly. It was 100% deliberate. Yep, absolutely intentional. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. And now just crimp all the seams together to make one cohesive solid sheet. And voila! And now the fun part. I used about a 1/2 cup of sharp cheddar before layering on all the rest of the goodies. And now we're going to wash our hands and realize that we really should have done this step before we stuffed the pastry. But it's okay, we'll work with it. So cut every about 1/2 to 1 inch, about 1/3 of the way down the pastry. And repeat on the other side. Now top with more cheese and cut off the excess dough. And you can save that in the fridge for later. Now fold each of the sides over, making sure to rotate sides as you go. It'll create a fishbone pattern that's actually really pretty. And if you have any excess dough like I did, just go ahead and cut it off. There we go, and it's egg wash time. So crack a single egg into a small bowl and whisk it until thoroughly combined. And now we show our painting skills by brushing the egg wash over top in an even layer. And now let's bake this bad boy at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 18 to 20 minutes. And if you're anywhere near as hungry as I was, eat the leftover filling. And there you have it, a breakfast or breakfast for dinner that the whole family will love. Enjoy!